All right, guys. Welcome to this Wednesday night's True Life Tribe Mastermind. And you guys, before we get started, I just want to kick this mastermind off with a little bit of upbeat music. So, a good friend and mentor of mine used to do that on his. So, just gonna turn this up a bit, and I want to get started like this. Because today, guys, we're talking about freedom, okay? I love this song. If you haven't seen the video for this song, you want to watch it. Sometimes. Love this song. It's all about this guy getting up and freaking out at his job. Like, he just can't take it anymore, so he just gets up and like starts breakdancing. We're ripping the office apart. I just love it. I love it. You gotta watch the video. Oh, sometimes I get a feeling, Get a feeling down, All right, guys. Okay. I won't keep you long with that. You got to watch it on your own. I believe it's pronounced Avicii, and I don't know. I could be saying that wrong, but it's, it's called Levels. The song is called Levels, Avicii. So anyway, all right, guys. So tonight's mastermind, True Life Tribe Mastermind, is about the question, what does freedom mean to you? I want you to think about that tonight. I want you to really, really think about, what does freedom mean to you? Okay. Is it being able to travel? Is it being able to be with your family more? Is it being able to be with your spouse more? Maybe you don't have kids. Maybe it's not having to have, stress in your, stress every month, worrying about bills getting paid. What is freedom to you? What does that mean to you? So really think about that tonight. And later on, I'm going to be giving you 3 tips to not just talk about freedom tonight, right? I'm not going to just, get you all thinking about your freedom and thinking about what's important to you and then just leave you hanging like with no answers about what to do about it, right? So it was funny the other day, actually, my son and I were talking about how awful it would be if they made a roller coaster that just like tick, 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 took you up and said, okay, get off, without the drop. So I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. So if this is your first time on the True Life Tribe Mastermind, we do this every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. And I'm Angie, your host, and Dave is my husband. We work together in our business, and we host this Wednesday night Mastermind every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. So if this is your first time on here and you aren't familiar with who Dave and I are, we have 4 children and we work from home, and we've been doing this for about 4 years now. And little disclaimer, results not typical, because we're not typical people, because we took not typical action in our lives. And I want to dig into some of that tonight while we're talking freedom. And so, we've created this lifestyle for ourselves, working from home, getting to be with our children every single day. And, we've traveled. We just spent, last year, we spent a whole year in Mexico, working vacation. It's kind of, funny to say working vacation, because we weren't hardly working. It was like just chilling at the beach every day. So, and going out for tacos and whatever, like we just love Mexico and had so much fun down there. And our kids forever have that experience, which is really important to us. We're homeschooling parents as well. We've always homeschooled our kids. There's been like a month or two, or maybe they lasted like 3 months in a public school when our oldest was very young, but he's 17 now and has always been homeschooled. And we're actually unschoolers as well. We did 8 years traditional homeschooling, and now we're unschoolers. We just left the whole system behind. And if you'd read my previous email, I mentioned that we pulled ourselves completely out of the system. We took our kids out of school, and we took whoever was working the 9 to 5. Dave was working the 9 to 5, working the rat race, commuting every day 2 hours to and from work. And it was just like this soul-sucking grind that was eating away at our lives and eating away at our family, really. Our relationships were suffering between Dave and I, and between us and our kids. We were fighting a lot. Like we were fighting with our kids a lot. And I was like, I didn't want to grow up like this. I didn't want, this in my house. I didn't want to be fighting with my teenage kids. I wanted to avoid that. And that was like my whole thing with homeschooling. But, I found that because homeschooling and schooling itself is just like being in the work environment. It's the same thing, and they're just prepping kids for, being little workers. And that's, that Dave and I both got fed up with the whole thing. We got fed up with being on someone else's schedule, being on someone else's agenda, and never, being able to live our lives for us, right? When our kids were born, that was a huge, huge deal for us to be able to be together when our children were born, for Dave to not have to go to work, and for me to not have to send the kids off to school or to be busy all day with schoolwork rather than spending time with our children. And for my children, my older children, to be getting to know this new baby that we'd brought home, so it was that amongst many things. And it just finally, we both just like had it. And we were both just like, that's it. No more. We're not doing this. Our family is way too important to us. And we're not doing it anymore. Right? I made that decision. I was standing, waiting to take my kids to they were doing like a part-time part-time homeschool thing. And I was waiting to take them. And that was it. I just said, I'm not going today. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this at all anymore. I had been researching unschooling and really felt that was right for our family, considering our values and the things that, unschoolers are all about: freedom and treating a human being like a human being, and not like a, factory farm cow that's being, groomed for work. It just, that doesn't make sense, cows. But anyway, you get my point. We wanted freedom, total freedom for our whole family, not just us, right? It was for our kids too. And we believe in freedom like through and through. We believe in it so much that we pulled our kids out of school. We don't do any school. We educate our kids, and we make sure that they are learning, and that they are growing, and that they are thriving, and that they are finding out who they are, and that they're, developing their skills for what they are passionate about in their lives. Okay. But we don't do formal schooling. We don't believe in any of that. So we also don't believe in jobs. We believe that humans have, it's your birthright to have freedom, because you were born with gifts. You were born with talents, and you can acquire skills, right? You can take those gifts that you have. You can take those things that are inside of you that you are born with, things that you are meant to do in this world. You can take those and you can acquire other skills to add to those, and combined create something for yourself and create freedom for yourself. So anyway, long story short, Dave and I were fed up, and you know, we had it with the whole system thing. So we just pulled the plug. You know, he quit his job. We lived off whatever we could. We did whatever it took. We went through months, you know, probably longer than most would feel comfortable. We went through, you know, not being able to scrounge up enough change to buy laundry soap, you know, eating top ramen, eating beans, you know, I don't know. It was bad. But we were so determined to be free. We were so determined to not have to live like that anymore, right? Because it's serious, guys. You know, we're not just talking about like, oh, it sucks to go to my job. We're talking about your health. We're talking about your family, your relationships with your family. We're talking about time with your family that you can't ever get back. All those hours that you're gone, right? Dave just went and was taking care of stuff. He just was like, I'm going to take the kids for a bike ride. You know, if he was at a job right now, would he be taking our kids out for a bike ride? In fact, he just took them for a bike ride and went out to lunch with them. He just went for a bike ride and went out to lunch with his kids. He could never have done that back when he was working in his corporate job. He was sitting in a cubicle all day, staring at photos of his kids. You know, what is that? Staring at photos of your kids? That's like your memories of your kids is staring at photos? We weren't going to have it. So after leaving that, you know, we set out to figure out what we were going to do instead. And, you know, again, if this is your first time on and you don't really know who we are and you haven't heard our story, you know, we did try some other things online. You know, we tried drop shipping, you know, where you're selling stuff on eBay and shipping it over and all this stuff. And it was just like not for us and not going to create the financial and time freedom that we were looking for. That was the big thing. You know, I don't mind working. Work is not a problem for me. What I mind is working for, you know, endless hours upon hours, and it's still not going to create any freedom for you, any real freedom for you. So we let that go. And, you know, we also explored making our own products, you know, creating our own products. You know, we created a product for anxiety because we had both healed ourselves after quitting all of that. We had both healed ourselves from chronic anxiety and stuff. So we created a program on that. And, you know, we didn't know how to market it. We made this awesome product, but we had no clue how to market it. And we went on to make a meditation program. And, you know, I had my yoga in there. I've been through yoga teacher training. That's one of my passions. I hope to get some yoga classes in for you guys in the near future. That's something I'd like to add in for all of you guys. I know that yoga can really help to relieve stress. And when you relieve stress, you can think clearer. And when you can think clearer, you can make better decisions about freeing yourself up, about getting out of your job and getting out of the situation you're in and creating something new for yourself. So that's something for the future that I want to do for you guys. But yeah, so, you know, I had put some of my yoga into this program and stuff, but again, we didn't know how to market. So we had to learn that. Okay. And, you know, what I want to get into for you guys tonight is, let me just backtrack a little bit. Remember that question, what does freedom mean to you? You know, what are you willing to do to be free? And some of you on this call, you're not ready to have that question. You're not ready to hear that question. You're here, maybe, you know, maybe you're kind of tired of what you're in and whatever. Some of you, though, you're ready for freedom. Some of you, you've had your breakdowns on your commutes. Some of you, you can't stand to miss more of your kids growing up. Some of you are sick and tired of looking at photos on your desk of vacation places you'd like to go. sometime, somewhere, someday, when you get your 2-week vacation and then it's all spent like running errands. Some of you have had it. Some of you just need a little bit of a nudge to be able to walk into your office and say, I quit. I know Dave did. And so I'm calling on you, those people who are ready to step into their freedom, people who have had it, who are done. You're done and you're ready. You're ready to move on. You're ready to live your true life. And that is why we call this the True Life Mastermind, okay? We want to get your mind going about your true life. What is that true life? That true life that you really, really, really want to be living. Because you can have it. But what are you willing to do for it? You know, in the law of attraction, they say to visualize and to think about the things that, you know, dream about the things that you want to have. Visualize and dream about it. But don't forget that you have to also take action. You have to take action. Visualize, dream, and act. Take action on it. And I am sitting here telling you that I have been able to travel. I've been able to be home with my kids. I've been able to give my kids the quality of life that I want to give them. I didn't have to live in poverty anymore because I've been there. I had a family of 6. I was living on $20 a day. I was on EBT. I've been there. I'm telling you, you don't have to be there. And I'm telling you that you can have your freedom, but you have to take action on it. You have to take action. And taking action means doing whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. You know, today I was on the treadmill actually just before I got on this call, or on this mastermind. I was doing my workout. And I do 30 minutes every day on my treadmill. And I love my treadmill. And you might be even hearing Dave, he's out there going at it. And we just love our treadmill. It's like, can't wait to get on it. I'm just like craving it all day. But today was a little different because I am trying to push myself on there. And this is what I want you to hear. I'm trying to push myself right now. Okay? So when I got on there and I got going, what happened? What happened when I'm trying to push myself out of what? I'm trying to push myself out of my comfort zone. That's what I'm trying to push myself out of, my comfort zone. And what happens when you push yourself out of your comfort zone? All kinds of craziness, all kinds of thoughts. I can't do this. I'm going to fall flat on my face. I'm going to mess up. I won't know what the first thing is to do to quit my job. What's going to happen? When you get out of your comfort zone, your mind starts messing with you. It starts to mess with you. And man, I can tell you that because I jumped off of an 855-foot building. Never mind the treadmill. I'm going to pass on that story. I jumped off of an 855-foot building in Las Vegas. If you know Vegas, you know what I'm talking about. It's the stratosphere. I did not know I was going to make that jump, okay? The day that I went, I got around some powerful people. And if you start working with us, you're going to get around those people too. But I got around some powerful people who said, oh, guess what? We're going on a jump. We're going to go jump. So we hopped in this, party limo, big van, whatever. I don't even know what those things are. That was the first time I've ever been on one of those with like strobe lights and I don't know, the dancing poles and stuff. I don't know. That's the first time I've been on there. I'm just like a homeschooling mom, but hopped in there, rode that all the way over to the stratosphere. And yes, I had to jump 855 feet. Could I have said no? Could I have said no? Did I want to say no? Yeah, I wanted to say no. I was terrified. In fact, I did say no initially. And then my good friend, a good friend of mine, said, you know what? If you don't want to go, you got to know that it's your mind messing with you. She might have used a different word, but I won't. I'll spare you guys. It's your mind messing with you, and you can do this. And that's what I want to give you guys tonight. That if you're thinking that you can't get free, that you can't do this, that you can't escape, that you can't have the life of your dreams, if that's what you're thinking, you got to know that it's your mind messing with you. Your mind is messing with you, and you can do it. Just like I could jump off of an 855-foot building. And the whole time my mind was telling me, you can't do that. You can't do this. I can't do this. My face was white. I'm white, but I'm white when I'm terrified. I was terrified to jump off that building, man. And the guy had to move my arm. I didn't know what was left and right and up and down. And no, I didn't know any of it. I couldn't. And sometimes you gotta just do things. Just do things. You know? Even with that fear, even with feeling terrified, even with things feeling uncertain, right? And that's part of what we're all about, is adventure. That when things are uncertain, it can be turned into an adventure. Why not step out and live more of an adventurous life? Take risks, you know? Take action on your dreams. Go crazy. Don't do anything to hurt yourself or anybody. Don't do illegal things, no. But do whatever it takes. Sacrifice. You know, work hard for your dreams. Do it. You know, you only have one life to live. Why are you going to waste it on wishing for something? Go out and get it. Go get it. So, what I want to give to you guys tonight, okay, something that is solid, that you can wrap yourself around. That I'm not going to just tell you to pursue your freedom and then just, you know, like I said, I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you a general outline of what an online business can do for you and how it can create freedom for you. Okay? So, or rather, how you can create freedom using an online business or starting an online business. Okay? I had to get my wording right there. I'm going to give you 3 things. Okay? 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to give you 3 things. Okay? There's more to it. And I can share more with you when you decide to get started with us. Okay? But I'm going to give you 3 golden nuggets tonight. 3 of them. Okay? So, if you wanted to transition from working a job to working online, which, guys, is really not that big of a deal. It's really not that big of a deal. I really do believe that it's just something that we're not accustomed to, right? And in our society, we're not used to this yet. It's getting bigger and bigger. It's growing bigger and bigger every year. More and more people are going online, okay, earning a living online. More and more people. And this whole rat race, 9 to 5, getting BS of being away from your family, not having any freedom, not having an abundant life, having to just scrape by, having to live paycheck to paycheck, and so on and so forth, and having no time for yourself, having no time to work on yourself, to improve yourself, to be the person that you want to be, okay? It's yesterday's stuff. It's becoming yesterday's stuff. Old school stuff. This is the new way, okay? This is the new way, and this is the new rich, okay? This is the new rich. People that have freedom, time, freedom, and abundance in their lives. It's not so much about, and you might be a person who wants, Mercedes and big houses. I like that stuff too. I do, and I don't mind having it, but it's not what I'm about. What I'm about is freedom, and about family and abundance and adventure. That's what we're all about in the True Life Tribe. And we want to help you achieve that in your life. So here's my 3 things, okay? In order for you to create something online that can help free you from your job, you need these 3 things, okay? First, you need a product to sell, okay? You got to have a product, right? Easy. Got to have a product. You can find products to sell all over the place. There's all kinds of companies. There's all kinds of, we even did drop shipping. Wasn't for us, but you could do that, selling things on eBay. You can do that kind of stuff. There's ClickBank. There's all kinds of resources if you'd start digging into what's available for products to sell online, how you can make money doing that. You'll find it everywhere. So first, find a product to sell, okay? Second, learn how to market, okay? Learn how to market. There's numerous books. There's numerous seminars, dig in there. If you just start researching that, start looking for how to market products online, learn how to market online. That's your next step, because even if you have a product to sell and you don't know how to market it, that's where Dave and I were. You won't go anywhere. So you got to learn online marketing, how to create an online presence for yourself so that you can drive traffic to your product and then get sales and earn an income, okay? As you can see, online business is really not that complicated. You got to learn some new skill sets and whatever, but it's not that complicated. So the third and final step that I want to give you is that you got to learn, you got to get your product, you got to learn how to market, and then, you got to learn how to market yourself. And you do that, okay, guys? Yeah, there's lots of books and whatever, but you do that through learning how to market yourself on social media platforms and through blogging and also through vlogging, okay? Blogging is just writing, text posts, doing text blog posts, but vlogging is creating videos, and that's what I tend to mostly do. 98% of the time I'm creating vlogs rather than blog posts, text blog posts. And there's good reason for that. You really want to be able to connect with your prospects. So, and the third thing is that you want to collect leads, okay? Leads are emails. You want to collect emails. Leads, when you get an email from a lead, it's somebody raising their hands and saying, I want to know about this, I'm interested, and that's you. You raised your hand, you, right there, yes, you raised your hand and you said, yes, I'm interested, Angie. Let me learn more about what you do and how you do it, okay? And how I can do it. So you are one of my leads. And what you do with your leads is you follow up with your leads. So you have a product to sell, you learn how to market it on social media and through blogging and vlogging, and then you follow up with those leads, okay? You keep following up with them because, guys, people do not buy the first time around. They don't. Sorry to say it, but they don't. So you got to follow up with people. You got to stick around, be in their life, be in their inbox, and have a presence in their life. And when I say the right thing or whatever it is, that was that one thing that they just needed to hear, or it was that one moment that they were just ready. They'd had it. They're done. That's it. Period. This is what I'm doing. I'm leaving this. I'm going to pursue my dreams. I'm going to live the life I really want to live. I'm going to live my true life. I'm going to wake up in the morning living that life and happy that I'm living it, satisfied with my life, knowing that I'm pursuing what matters most to me. Okay? So those are the 3 things. All right, guys? So having a product to sell, learning how to market it, and you do that through social media, through blogging, and through vlogging. And then last thing was collecting leads, okay? Collecting emails. You want to be able to follow up with people who have at one point raised their hand and said, yes, I'd like to learn more, okay? It's really that simple, guys, okay? It's people can make online business, okay? Or how complicated we can think it is. And it's only silly to me now, reflecting back on how I used to think about it too. It was just such a cloudy area for me, like, what is this online business stuff? How does it all work? But now it's so simple and so clear, and I couldn't be happier doing what we're doing. You know, some days I have to, really take a step back and look at how blessed we are and look at how much there is to appreciate, because I get caught up in it and I get, kind of take it for granted some days that we're home and we're together. And then I see people driving on the freeway like zombies, going to and from work and having only a little bit of time in the evening and a little bit of time in the, on the weekend, and they're exhausted before they got to run back to work. And it just, I'm like, wow, I just have to be so grateful and appreciate so much what we have, right? Because not everybody has that. So I want to invite you to come and work with us. We want to coach you, okay? We want to help you develop your own online business. We have a product to sell, okay? We use the system that we use is Empower Network. And we love this company. We love who we work for. We love that they've allowed us to create our own online business, even though it's through a company. We're able to create our own online business, branding ourselves as the True Life Tribe. That's just the background system that we use, okay, that creates this freedom for us. And like I said, income disclaimer, a little disclaimer, we are not typical. We took not typical results. And, if you take not typical results, we'll see what can happen for you, but you got to get to work. You got to take action. And we want to invite you to come and take action with us. We want to coach you. We want to sit with you one-on-one. We want to help you. Okay. And when you get started with us, for only $7, guys, you get started with us. I'm going to jump on a call with you. I'm going to share with you what's next. I'm going to have you do those next steps. I'm going to give you access to the True Life Tribe team site, where you're going to get in and you're going to get the training, the exact training that you need to get plugged in. You're going to get set up with your product to sell. You're going to get set up with learning, okay, the skill sets of marketing yourself in social media, primarily through Instagram, because that's what we do. And then you're going to learn the skill sets of blogging and vlogging daily, and then following up with your leads after you've set up your system, your funnel. Okay. We're going to show you how to set up everything. We're going to show you how to do blogging and vlogging. We're going to help walk you through step by step. We're not going to leave any stone unturned. We want you to succeed. We want you to succeed. Okay. You deserve your freedom. You deserve your freedom. It's time for you to be free. It's time for you to be done with all of that nonsense, all that BS. It's complete BS. There's people out there like us living free, home with our kids, traveling wherever we want. In a month and a half, 2.5 months, I'm flying out to Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm going to the Opryland Hotel, the hotel resort and spa. I'm going there. I'm going there for a business event with 2,000 other like-minded individuals who also believe in freedom. And I get to go spend, 4 or 5 days surrounding myself with these people. And then I get to come home and work on my business and be with my family and travel wherever I want to and do whatever we feel like doing. We have no time constraints. We have no one telling us when to be somewhere. We call the shots in our life. We really live life on our own terms. We really do. And it's time for you to have that too. So if you are ready, if it is your time for you to be free, for you to reach your true life, for you to start working towards, clawing, doing whatever it takes, dig deep inside of yourself. You're worth more than that. You're worth more than sitting in that traffic commuting every day. You're worth more than not having time with your kids. Dig deep inside of yourself and get over it about these fears that are stopping you. Rise up in your life. Rise up. Rise up and take what is yours. Take it. So you guys, $7 gets you in. Click the button below to get started. Do it now. Do it now before you get busy with life and you forget and you fall asleep again, before you wake up again in that traffic, or you wake up again with that, pit of stress in your stomach because things aren't going the way that you want them to in your life. $7. You can get in. You can see what's going on in there. You can have a look around. Get to know the people inside. Get to know us more. Get on the phone with us. Let's do this. Let's get to work on your dreams. So I'm going to go ahead and end this on a positive note because I got a little serious there, but I am serious. I'm serious. This is serious stuff, right? I feel like saying other words, but I don't think I should be cussing right now. But this is some serious stuff. This is your life we're talking about. Not $7 we're talking about. We're talking about your life, your health, your relationships, your family, your freedom, your sense of adventure, having abundance in your life and not struggling, right? Dig deep and really, really think about what freedom means to you. And when you see what it means to you, think about how bad you want it and think about what you would do to have that freedom. As long as it's not illegal or hurting anybody, right? But think about what you would do for that freedom. Because I know what I did. I know I did whatever I could. And I'm living it today. So you guys, come to Nashville with me. Get signed up, $7. Just click the link below. I'll give you a call. We'll get you going. We'll work with you. We'll set you up. So I'm going to leave this. I'm going to go ahead and close this mastermind with some beats. It's all about freedom, guys. Freedom. Finding your freedom. Take it. Be able to wake up and smile and know that you're free. Out on the beaches. It's yours. You deserve it. Don't you get the feeling you just want to stand up and rip your office apart? Don't do that. But just get excited and pursue your dreams. Do it. Just do it, guys. Don't be so scared. Don't be so scared. Seize your freedom. $7, baby. Do it. Do it. Go right there. Do it. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me on tonight's True Life Mastermind. I'll see you guys next week. Seize your freedom.